Hi, beautiful souls. I wish you love, joy, peace, tranquility. I see you. I know that there are many that are experiencing challenges in their lives, and whatever you may be experiencing, you also have enormous and magnificent inner power to change the pattern and paradigm of your now existence. Always remember that. Always come home to that. And when things get tricky, just take a moment, breathe, center yourself, come back to your heart, and remember that you are a beautiful being of light, a multidimensional being of light. And you can call upon all of your higher aspects in any moment to assist you in this now. You're loved, you're loving, and you are love. Today, I'd like to share a little on mimicry. So I'm reading a book at the moment, a novel by my mentor, Sandra Walter, and this book is called Creator State. She wrote it quite some time ago now, but because I absolutely adore her teachings and the wisdom that she shares, and I believe she's one of the purest conduits of source that there is, I wanted to read her book. So I started to read this book, and it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful book. It's called Creator State. And in this book, there is a saying. Well, in this book, there's this lady who's an actress, and she has created this something called Magic Mobile, and she puts out quotes out every single day. And then when people like them, or they've read them, or listened to them, I should say, they text back a number which spells out her name. So anyway, I won't go into it too much, but it's called Magic Mobile. And in one of the Magic Mobile quotes that she puts out on one of the days, it says, "You're here to create, not to mimic." Now, we all know this, but usually people say not to copy, not to plagiarize, and things like this. And mimic is such a strong and powerful word. It's so simple. Why has no one ever used it before? And it really struck home, and I'll tell you why it struck home. Because whilst people say you're not supposed to copy and plagiarize, which we all know you're not supposed to copy and plagiarize, when you're also mimicking, like it's the same word obviously, but when you are actually, say for instance, this is why it's really struck home with me. A lot of the work that I have done before are different techniques that I have learned from other people, which I know to be very useful and I have used, but I haven't created them. I've added my creation to them, but I didn't create them. So I was feeling like there was something missing, and I couldn't see why. I couldn't understand what it was that I felt like there was something just not resonating with me. Because once you learn how to do something and you do it well, you want to keep expressing your divine creation that you are. So when I read that, I was like, yes, that just makes so much sense to me. Because you see how I see it, feel it, know it to be. Everything that you practice in the way of techniques to assist any other being are literally stepping stones. They're stepping stones because when you come back into your higher self, your I am presence, and then into your I am presence, and you're truly existing in a way that you have never existed before, you're not going to be using things like And no judgment if you're using these things, okay? Because if there's a path and there's a place for everything, there's no judgment here. But you're not going to be using all of these different therapies with labels like the Reikis, and you won't be doing that. And the reason why is because they are stepping stones for you to remember the magnificence of who you are. And whilst you're using them, you're mimicking somebody else's creation. And I'm not saying it's a bad creation. Okay, listen carefully to what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything bad here. There's no judgment here. But what I'm saying is that you are here to create. And so if you're not creating enough, you're not going to feel happy, and you're not going to feel um, the energy of your creation, because you haven't created anything. You're not creating enough. Create, 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 create. So this is what I want to share today. Whatever it is that you are doing in this now, consider what also you might like to create. How might you like to go about things? Like, if I'm in a healing session, I don't want somebody to just go and use only the labeled things. Like, why can't people like just be free? Be free. Okay, I've learned this, I've learned that, I've learned the other. Everybody's so scared about sticking to labels, sticking to, oh, we have to do it this way because otherwise, I mean, I understand nobody wants their creations watered down, but you don't have to do anybody's creation. I know loads of healers that heal without any labels, and they've also not gone the route of like the clever marketing and selling their techniques to the world so that they can monetize in that way. And again, I'm not saying there's any judgment there either, but what I am saying is just really consider, meditate on this, about if you are living your life mimicking the creations of others, or if you are a free, sovereign being and you're actually standing in your power and creating and walking your own individual sovereign path, because that is the difference, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. When you're a sovereign being and you're coming from your heart, why would you want to replicate other people's creations when you can create your own and be in your own lane? Love is a wonderful thing. Joy is a wonderful thing. Creative expression is a wonderful thing. Expansion is a wonderful thing. We're here to express, we're here to feel the joy, we're here to really love fully with our hearts. When you're creating something that is truly yours, you feel such joy. I was painting a tree yesterday, not my darling walnut tree standing right beside me, but I was painting the Darwin oak. There's a lot of talk about the Darwin oak at the moment because they want to fell it, the council in Shropshire, to create a by-road or something. And this oak is hundreds of years old. It's a magnificent being. It's a wisdom keeper. It's a guardian and a noble friend. And this oak is a solitary oak. It's in the middle of a sort of like a fence way or a brick way. I'm not sure exactly. I've not met this oak in the physical. And how I have come to communicate with this oak is that this oak is standing up for all trees through all of the whole of this planet, saying enough of our felling and desecration of sacred and beautiful wisdom keepers. Because, why do it? There's always a way. There is always a way. And you find a way. If you can't see a way straight off, you find a way. So, if people want to go and create a bypass or whatever else it is, and you've got a sacred oak tree, you're not going to just like chop it. Well, you find a way to go around it, do something else. But you honor the being. That tree is a being. That tree is a being of light. Just because some people can't communicate with trees doesn't mean that trees can't communicate. In fact, some scientists, in fact, well, not some, but scientists that study trees have found that they do communicate. They communicate with all beings, not just other tree folk. and with fungi. They communicate with everything. For those that have their hearts open to really listen from the heart, then yes, everything can communicate. Everything is alive. Everything has a consciousness, and we're all part of the one. When we tap into our heart and live from one unified heart, we pick that up and we can feel that and we know that. So, to get back to what I was doing, I was painting this beautiful Darwin oak tree. And as I was painting this tree, I felt so good. I felt good because I felt like I was honoring the tree. When you paint somebody, something, you're honoring them. It's a prayer. It's a prayer, and it's in the way that you're painting. And I felt like I was praying for the tree. I was really seeing the tree, feeling with the tree, feeling with all tree folk throughout the whole planet. And I was adding a creation. I was really enjoying the colors and the creative process. And I felt really good because it was my creation, not copied, not mimicked, not plagiarized. It was all mine. And that is what I wish for all, is that everyone has that feeling of creating for themselves as beings, multi-dimensional beings of light, with their beautiful open hearts, feeling into it, expressing themselves, and daring to share what's in their heart, daring to express themselves fully, not hiding all of their gifts away and then wishing that they had used them at a later date. I love you all. My name is ZsaZsa. I come to you from the hedgerow next to beloved walnut tree. Lanto Lightfoot is on watch duties, and I wish you all a blessed and beautiful day. Please like, subscribe and share this video if you felt it was of benefit, of assistance, of light and of love. Thank you.